at airports, we keep our filling stations, and we have shown by the Spartan nature of our life that change has begun with us. Yeah, you raised the issue of the presidential aircraft. I think the first thing Mr. President did was to set up a committee to look into disposal of this aircraft. You have to know which of them are outright purchase, which of them are on lease. Is there any arm of government that is going to need them? And I'm happy to report today that already arrangements have gone far to sell 2 of these aircraft, while others, some of them will also be given to the Air Force. But don't forget that aircraft are not like cars that you can just put for sale and people will run to come and buy them. Mr. Akinfadeyi, even by his own admission, came to meet me on the 30th of December 2015 after I became minister. How can you accuse me of stealing an idea which was finished by October when we came to me in December? But myself, himself, and we will meet in court.
Well, we'll stay on that matter for you. Well, to one of the major issues of the day, federal lawmakers have today resolved to invite President Muhammadu Buhari to address a joint session of the National Assembly on the state of the nation's economy. The legislators in the upper chamber at their Thursday's proceedings unanimously agree with the resolution of the House of Representatives asking President Muhammadu Buhari to hold an emergency joint session with the aim of providing information on what his administration is doing to get the country out of recession. The decision of the Senate to concur with the resolution of the House of Representatives followed a motion sponsored by the Deputy Senate Leader, Senator Bala Ibn Nala, who drew the attention of the Senate to the resolution of the House of Representatives.
Distinguished colleagues, I'll put the question that the Senate do concur to the House of Representatives resolution on an invitation of Mr. President, Commander-in-Chief, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, to address a joint session of the National Assembly to intimate it on plans to get the country out of recession, to enable to take further legislative action. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
And well, that was how it all went down at the National Assembly today. Of course, the president may be some information transmitted to him to appear before it. Well, let's get more on this and what the executive is doing in this regard. Let's get a view of the president, Muhammadu Buhari's advisor on the National Assembly. Senator Ita Enang joins us on the telephone now from Abuja. Many thanks for joining us on the program. Now, the National Assembly is making plans that the president appear before it to talk about the economy. How does this go? And as the president anticipated this, because some people have asked for this, but as this call is coming from the National Assembly, what is going to be, what should we be expecting in the coming days?
I'm sorry, I didn't get that clear. I didn't get the question clear, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Senator.
Okay.
Yeah, I was asking now that the National Assembly has asked the president to appear before it. What should we be expecting as citizens of Nigerians if this happens? I guess they've not transmitted that information to you.
The Senate has just taken the decision to be concurring with the representatives, and after that, by tomorrow, by God's grace, the vote of proceedings will be passed, and after that, the decision will be communicated to Mr. President. And it is only after the decision has been received by Mr. President then that anybody can speak about it. I cannot speak now because the decision is yet to be transmitted. When the decision is transmitted, then there it goes.
Because a lot of people will say...
I want to say that the executive respects the powers of the legislature as enshrined in the Constitution.
Some people will say maybe the president should have anticipated. One of the things the president has promised in the campaign is that there will be constant communication with the National Assembly. Are we probably going to be seeing, perhaps, the president presented the budget by himself, so one would be wondering, will it be a constant rapport between the executive and the legislature in this regard?
I'm sorry, I'm not hearing you clearly. I'm sorry.
Okay, Senator, if you can get me now, what I was asking you is that are we going to be seeing a consistent or constant communication between the presidency, for example, and the National Assembly based on his activities?
Well, I want to say that unless until the resolution of the distinguished Senate and the Honorable House is received, it is inappropriate to speak on it, except to say that the executive respects and honors the powers of the legislature in the Constitution. I want to please that every other matter or question should abate until the decision is formally communicated to the executive. The decision will be communicated by either His Excellency the President of the Senate on his hand, or communicated being a concurrent resolution of the National Assembly, communicated by the clerk to the National Assembly. Until that is received by the executive, I think it is appropriate to speak.
Many thanks, Senator Itai Enang, advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on National Assembly. Well, let's move swiftly to Ondo State, where the All Progressives Congress has been hit with a series of crises in the quest to challenge the PDP for the #1 seats in the state. The state will go to the poll in November to determine who becomes the governor, the process which led to the emergence of Mr. Rotimi Akeredolu, a former president of the Nigerian Bar Association, has been met with a series of allegations from rigging to manipulation of delegates and the high-handedness of the parties. The national chairman of the party has been asked to step aside. We'll dig into this matter as the executive of the party will be talking to us on the program, but we'll be doing that when we return from this break. Join us again.